So what's good, homies? It's your man, Dr. BOA. You know, a lot of times, man, we look at situations with these women and we take them too literally and too seriously. And other times we just look at them and for what they are, funny clowns to laugh at and have a blast with. And one who has been making the rounds on her clown stuff lately is Brittany Renner. Now, she is back again, trying to justify in her own mind that her actions are good, that her actions are tolerable, that her actions are acceptable. Here's the thing. She has become an expert in the art of making it seem as if she's trying to convince everyone else to see things her way, but it sounds to me like she's trying to convince herself. And somebody sent me a video on IG, and of course, this has been making the rounds, and I wasn't going to speak on it, but it's just too good, man. Like, she's providing content for years, man. She's good at this. But I do want to talk about this and break it down from an alpha perspective, because we have to keep in mind that there are young girls who are aspiring to be what they think a successful woman is. And if this that she's doing, hunting down guys who are successful to have babies with, is considered what a successful woman is today, then brothers, the world is in trouble. Let's take a listen to this first video, man.
You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Good. Because I'm both.
Now, in the mind of a simp, she is both. She can be both, but only in the mind of a simp. A simp will take a woman who lives like her and make her his wife. But the bottom line is, when it all boils down, women always end up leaving simps. Simps are not the type of guys that women really want. But a woman like her has to settle for a simp. And now she's in a good space. She just had a kid, a millionaire ball player. She's in a good space. She is going to get almost whatever she wants for that child. Let's keep listening to her foolishness.
I don't have to choose. I thought you wanted me to be a little whore. No? Oh, that's no fun.
Let's look at this word fun. She is still just young enough to be worrying about having fun. But her fun time is coming to a close very shortly. Because here's the thing. There's going to come a point within the next 10 or 15 years where she's not going to even be able to trap a man with a baby, because that body ain't going to be able to incubate a man's seed anymore. It's not going to be able to deliver a man's seed anymore. It's not going to be able to carry a man's seed anymore. So this is the fun time for her. But let's say she lives to be 70. This is not the last chapter of this chick's life. So let's hope for her sake that she can get enough bags from enough simps to be able to quantify this activity that she's engaged in now for her later years, when she has to reminisce back on her life and either live with satisfaction and joy or a multitude of regrets. Let's go.
I'm going to start calling people's opinions of me fan theories, because that's truly what they are. They are based in nothing but falsehood, projections, and judgment. Not too much creativity put into that. Now, I don't do apologies because I am so not sorry. To regret anything I've done is to regret the awareness that I've gained. I don't like the sound of that. If it taught me something, it made me better. So why do I have to pacify a man to make you feel better? Because the difference between me and you is that I have more courage in my big toe than you do in your whole entire body.
Now let's talk about this courage thing. In her estimation, courage is being who you are and accepting that and perpetuating that into the atmosphere so the world can know you as you truly exist or as you truly want them to view you. It doesn't take any courage to do that. It takes a lack of intellect and intelligence to do that. Because the world doesn't have to know every single thing about you. She'll do anything for fame. She'll do anything for validation. She'll do anything to keep her name ringing. She'll say anything to keep her name ringing. And I can almost guarantee you that there's some of these things she's saying that she don't even believe. She's a very good actress. I will give her that. Because she's acting like this loose cannon when in actuality, she's probably one of the most emotional women you've ever met. This chick may be crying every night at home, man. Because she's going far and above the call of duty to present herself as such a carefree spirit when we live in a world where not many people are that carefree. But she's figured out a way to make a bag off of it. And you know we live in a society where many people will do anything to get a bag. All right, let's keep going.
And anything that I say, just telling the truth, anything I say that scares someone off, I'm glad. Because that's one less coward to waste my fucking time.
Here we go again. The fear, shaming language tactic. If something you say turns someone off, it's not because they're a coward. It's because you're repulsive. A lot of what you say and what you do and what you promote is just repulsive to anyone who has any moral fiber. You present yourself as one of the most immoral women on the planet and have the audacity to attempt to shame someone for not wanting to be involved with such an immoral being. You lack the base amount of morality that's necessary for the majority of people to want to be around you. Yes, you're entertaining. People click on your videos. People want to hear what outrageous, outlandish thing you're going to say next. But nobody genuinely wants to be around you, Brittany. You just don't have that type of inviting spirit. There's something about you that's off-putting. And that's just the reality of it. So it's not that people are afraid. It's not that people are cowards. It's just that you have the type of personality that makes people want to stay away from you. Own up to that. Own up to that. There's nothing about you that inspires fear. You don't provoke or evoke fear in anyone. And you know what? It's not so much that you even evoke disgust. What we really feel towards you, Brittany, is sympathy. Because you are so lost. And here you are trying to find yourself in front of the world and doing a terrible job at it. Let's get back to it.
Bye. I stand on everything I said. I stand on everything I did. And if it doesn't work for you, then you don't work for me. Because I'm not gonna lie. Who are you? You only lie when you're afraid. Who are you to me? What's crazy is there's a lot of y'all in relationships that are fucking miserable. And the only reason you're still in a relationship is because you tolerated being cheated on and mistreated.
Now we get to the truth of the matter. Here's another emotionally distraught woman who's trying to make up for the pain and make up for the feelings of inadequacy that she felt from being cheated on, that she felt from being berated, that she probably felt from being from some type of physical assault. She is bringing that to the forefront and trying to compensate for that, but she's overcompensating by presenting herself as this woman who just doesn't care. What I hear is a scared little girl who is afraid that the world is going to see what she's truly made of. And the bottom line is, you can't hide it. We see it. We know what this is. We know what you're presenting. When you project this fear onto everyone else, it is your fear. You're afraid. You're afraid that something bad is going to happen to you if you even attempt to be a respectable, reputable, respectful human being. So you would rather just be this repulsive, obnoxious, disgusting representation of what feminine energy is supposed to be. And at that, you are doing a phenomenal job.
Let's get into it. A lot of you don't have the courage to leave something that's comfortable, something that looks good, because the unknown terrifies you. I was there once, so it's no judgment. The right people will gravitate towards you, and it's just better to own your truth and see who's meant to be around. Because, sweetie, this ship is sailing. So if you want to jump overboard, if you want to steer clear, please leave me the fuck alone. I do not have time to waste. And I'm not like these other bitches that will just accept your crumbs. I need the whole loaf.
You know, man, I'm going to be honest with you. This is the story of a lot of women nowadays. But here's the problem. This society tells a woman that she should expect beta male simp mangina interaction with a real man. And when she doesn't get that, she's frustrated, because then she goes and gets that activity from a simp, but she doesn't get any of the masculinity from a simp. And see, the problem with these women is a man can have a good woman and a scallywag as a side chick. A woman can't have a good man and a simp as a side chick. She can't. Because if a woman's going to be in a relationship with a quality man, with a real man, with an alpha king, then she's going to be dedicated to his process of progress. She's going to be dedicated to being and doing what's necessary to be with that man. And they have a problem with not being able to do what we can do. So they make a choice. Either she's going to be in a committed relationship with a man that she wants to be with, or she's going to be what Brittany Renner is. Just a loose caboose, just running around on every track, every train station, doing whatever she wants to do, under the guise of embracing the true essence of who she is. At least she's admitting she's a Jezebel. And that's cool. If you're going to be a Jezebel, at least admit it. I will give her that little bit of credit. She is telling the world, I'm a Jezebel. So she's telling the next simp that she puts her hooks in, I'm a Jezebel. If you come get with me, I'm going to take you down to PJ Washington Lane. That's where we're going to go. Let's get back to it.
The whole motherfucking thing. And if that makes me the wicked witch of the ground, that'll be that. Start a documentary. Call it Surviving Brittany Renner. I want to fund it. I need a good laugh.
Now, here's the real deal about this, brothers. Here's what I want y'all to understand, man. Watch your woman and see if she supports this behavior. She may not verbally support it, but if she's clicking like on it, and she's watching it, and she's embodying it, and it's whatever to her, if it's moving her to change her actions or adjust her actions a little bit, then you have to understand the best thing that can happen to us as men is for women like Brittany Renner to take the front seat in popularity, so you can be able to gauge your woman and juxtapose your woman's true nature against Brittany Renner's proposed nature. You can just look at your woman and see how she feels about these things, how she supports these things. If she feels like, yeah, well, she's doing the right thing, blah, 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 you need to cut her loose. You ain't got yourself, man. You got yourself Brittany Renner Jr. Now, here's the thing, Britt. We don't hate you. This ain't got nothing to do with how we feel about you, because we frankly don't feel anything. What we're doing is simply saying that if you believe your actions are good, then you're confused. But if you accept that your actions are scallywag actions, Jezebel actions, and you're okay with that, then kudos to you, props to you, because there's nothing better than a hoe, except an honest hoe. Y'all comment down below and let me know what you think about this topic, man. I look forward to hearing what you men have to say. I'm out.